Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about how to macro your food trays. So from the beginning we've just been using the food trays to make sure that you guys are getting your protein, your carbohydrates, and your vegetables, and mostly just getting enough vegetables in your diet because most people don't, but also focusing on getting that enough protein every day. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh out my salmon over here because I'm wanting to get specifically around 30 grams of protein. So I know by using MyFitnessPal that for 30 grams of protein, I'm going to need about 5.5 ounces of salmon. So what I'll do first is I'll start with my food scale. You can get these anywhere. They're cheap. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it on first. And I want to make sure it's on ounces. So it is right now. I'll put my tray up there. And the tray's not very heavy, but I want to make sure I zero it out. So now we're back to zero. So I'm going to be putting my fish in the bowl. And then we'll weigh it out again and get 5.5 ounces. Okay, so I got that to 5.5 ounces, and honestly, it just really filled that up. So if you guys have just been following the food trays, you're probably getting enough protein, which is fabulous. Now I'm going to do my vegetables. So this is the cauliflower kale rice that I made up with olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, and some soy sauce. It's really delicious. And honestly, I don't really care. Vegetables are somewhat of a freebie, so if you find yourself hungry, just load up on more vegetables. I'm just going to fill up this little thing full of my vegetables, and then I'm just curious. I zeroed out my deal, so this is about 6 ounces of vegetables. And then if I want to add some rice, I will do that as well. I don't have rice today, but what I would do is I'd go in MyFitnessPal and figure out how much macros was in a half a cup of cooked rice, and then I would put that amount in here, which ends up filling this, not all the way, but close to it. So anyhow, that's how we do this with the little food scale. And if you have any questions on it, just let me know. One last thing, guys, if you're trying to make a paleo style meal, which would mean you're not including any gluten or dairy, you can add some fruit for your carbs. So in MyFitnessPal, they measure grapes by like cups or grams. So what I had to do was I put my food tray on here, I zeroed it out, and then I switched it to grams, and I filled this up until it said 100 grams. So what this will do in a paleo style meal was it'll give you some extra carbohydrates. So I think there's about 18 carbs in these grapes. There's not really much as far as protein and fat goes, but they are a little higher in sugar, so I would just be careful with that. But if it's something you're eating, around workout time and you just need some more carbs and you don't want to go with anything that's, has grains in it, then fruit is a good option for this. So it also makes to be a good dessert. So anyhow, try it.